Apple has this reputation, right? Showing up late, letting everyone else figure things out first, and then casually walking in and changing the rules. And in 2026, we might finally get the biggest test of that philosophy yet. Because Apple is expected to launch its very first foldable iPhone. The problem? Foldables aren't new anymore. They've been around for years, and Samsung has basically owned this space since day one. By the time Apple joins the party, Samsung won't just be sitting still either. We're likely looking at the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Z Flip 8 arriving around the same time. And suddenly, this isn't just a new iPhone launch. It's Apple versus Samsung in a category Samsung helped create. And if there's one phone that really sets the benchmark here, it's the Galaxy Z Fold 8. This is Samsung's top-tier foldable, the one where all that experience shows. Ultra-thin, massive inner display, and years of iteration baked into the design. Meanwhile, Apple's foldable looks like it'll take a very different approach. Smaller, more compact, and very Apple. Samsung's advantage is obvious. They've been doing this since 2019. The Fold 8 is basically the result of 6+ years of trial and error. Expect a super thin body, a refined hinge, a much less noticeable crease, and that familiar book-style folding design. It'll almost certainly use armor aluminum for the frame and toughened glass on the back, because at this point, Samsung knows exactly what works and what doesn't. Apple, on the other hand, is stepping into unknown territory, but leaks suggest it's going all in on premium materials, mixing aluminum with titanium, possibly even ceramic shield on the back. The folding iPhone will also be book-style, but more rectangular and wallet-like compared to Samsung's wider look. Apple seems to be prioritizing portability over screen size, which already tells us these two phones are targeting slightly different users. Durability is another interesting one. Samsung will likely stick with IP48 water and dust resistance, which is solid by foldable standards. Apple's IP rating, still a mystery, and colors? That's anyone's guess for both sides right now. When it comes to displays, Samsung is very much in its comfort zone. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 is expected to feature an 8-inch dynamic AMOLED inner display with a 120Hz refresh rate, HDR support, and brightness pushing well beyond 2000 nits. Basically a screen that already feels flagship level because the Fold 7's display was already excellent. The outer 6.5-inch screen should also remain practical, not too narrow, not awkwardly wide. One big upgrade could be the crease. Samsung is rumored to be using dual ultra-thin glass this time, making the display stiffer and reducing the crease by up to 20%. If that's true, it could be one of the flattest foldable screens we've seen yet. Apple's foldable iPhone is expected to come with a 7.8-inch inner OLED display, also with a minimal crease. Whether Apple or Samsung wins the "who did the crease better" battle is still up in the air. The outer display is even more uncertain, with rumors pointing to either 5.3 or 5.5 inches. Clearly, Apple is still experimenting here. Interestingly, both phones are expected to bring back fingerprint scanners. Samsung will likely keep its side-mounted sensor, and Apple may revive Touch ID by embedding it into the power button. For a foldable, that actually makes a lot of sense. Performance-wise, this is where things get spicy. Samsung is expected to use its Exynos 2600 chip, built on a cutting-edge 2nm process, the same chipset to power the Galaxy S26 series. Apple, as always, will go with its own silicon, the A20 chip, built on 3nm and shared with the iPhone 18 Pro models. Both phones are likely to offer 12GB of RAM along with 256GB and 512GB storage options. Software will obviously be very different. The iPhone Fold will run iOS 27, while the Galaxy Z Fold 8 will launch with Samsung's Next One UI version on top of Android 16, with Android 17 arriving later. This part really comes down to ecosystem preference more than anything else. Cameras are where Samsung goes big, and Apple plays it safe. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 is expected to keep the same setup as the Fold 7, a massive 200-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 10-megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom. It's a versatile, do-it-all setup that feels flagship through and through. Apple's foldable iPhone, meanwhile, is rumored to stick with a dual camera system on the back, 2 48-megapixel sensors for wide and ultra-wide shots. On the front, there'll likely be an 18-megapixel camera with center stage support. Very Apple. Less hardware, more reliance on software and processing. Battery life is still a bit of a question mark for both. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 probably won't move far from the 4,400 mAh battery used in the previous model. Apple's foldable might actually pack a slightly larger battery, somewhere around 4,700 mAh, but that's still very much rumor territory. Charging speeds? Don't expect miracles. Samsung will likely stick to 25-watt wired and 15-watt wireless charging. Apple's charging speed is unknown, though MagSafe is expected, unless Apple decides to drop it to save space, which honestly wouldn't be shocking. So here's the real story. This isn't just about specs, it's experience versus ambition. Samsung has years of foldable know-how and a product that's been refined again and again. Apple has the brand power, the ecosystem, and the ability to make foldables mainstream overnight, especially in markets like the US. Right now, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 looks like the safer, more mature foldable. The iPhone Fold looks like the wild card, the one that could either redefine expectations or simply play it safe for a first attempt. But that's just how it looks today. A lot can change before launch. So the real question is, do you think Apple can actually outdo Samsung on its own turf? Or does experience win this time? Let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.